This is Tony Clark from Progressive Frio from Cleveland. Tony, how do you feel today?
I feel good. We have an opportunity midsummer to enjoy the home run derby, which was unbelievable last night, and I'm sure another fantastic all-star game this evening, so looking forward to it.
What are your impression about the last night run derby?
I was standing more than I was sitting in watching the guys perform last night. It was truly amazing, the show that they put on, whether they were veteran guys or young guys and or left-handed or right-handed. I was locked in. My family was locked in. It seemed like the fans were locked in the entire time, and they really put on a show last night.
See Vladimir Guerrero pumping out 91.
Unbelievable. I had the pleasure of playing against his dad, so now coming full circle and watching him perform on this stage has been fun to do, fun to watch, and we're hopeful the next 20 years we get to watch him do what he's capable of doing.
Tony, I know you're working with every team be in favor of the players, but seeing those two guys last night, Pete Alonso and Vladimir Guerrero, we know we went against all of them because they was ready a couple of years ago, but they don't present them. What do you think?
Yeah, I believe, and we believe fans believe that the best players should be on the field, whether they are young or whether they are veteran players. And it was interesting last night that both Vlad Jr. and Pete Alonso were both players that after the years that they had in the minor leagues last year should have been given an opportunity to play in the big leagues at the end of the year and didn't. And so having them on this stage last night, having gotten to the big leagues finally and performing the way everybody assumed they were going to, having them put on the show that they did was confirmation that they should have been here earlier.
So that's a put in your shoulder a lot of responsibility. Play with them, how the way you can approach going forward to play like this, the team don't hold so much down.
Well, we believe it's in the best interest of the game to have the best players on the field at all times. And so we look forward to having a conversation about different changes and considerations in our agreement that will allow that to happen. They can do it now. Teams can do it now. They can bring these guys up as soon as they earn that time and the opportunity, but it doesn't seem to happen very often. And so we're hopeful that both sides on that particular issue, if there's an interest in having the best players on the field all the time, that we can find common ground that makes that happen.
Talking about that, related to the EE.UU University, is anything working out between you guys?
Say that again, I'm sorry?
The EE.UU University.
Well, that's another point of collective bargaining. During the course of this agreement, there's no DH in the National League. We believe that's a conversation worth having, that both leagues should have the same set of rules, and we look forward to having that discussion, whether now or later, because we do think that it's in the best interest of the game.
How close you think you guys can be and start working it out and make it that possible to happen?
Well, we're having some early conversations now. We have an agreement that's in place that expires in December of 2021, but we've had some preliminary discussions, and we're hopeful that those discussions continue. But if they don't, then we'll put ourselves in a position to have a conversation closer to the expiration of the agreement and talk about all the issues then.
A couple of years ago, they talking about the robot machine behind the home plate. Don't take it a human out of the way. Is it something you guys still working on it?
You talking about the umpire behind home plate? Look, I was fortunate to play this game a long time. I was fortunate to have very good relationships with the umpires. They are a part of our game. There's always disagreements. Those disagreements are going to happen. Well, we believe the umpires are an integral part of our game, and we look forward to them being around a long time.
So that means the robot machine behind to show the umpire if it is ball or strike. That no conversation right now on the table.
We haven't had that conversation. At some point in time, the other side the league may approach us about it, but at this point, we have not had that conversation.
I know it's a lot. I take you a lot of your time, but I don't want to let you go. We're asking you one question related to the draft, especially in DR. Mostly all the old player, like they play with you, they walk in there with all the minors, try to bring it out to the major league, but they talking about to one day to bring the draft in DR. They're opponent to that. What do you need to say about
that? The international draft was proposed in 2002. It was proposed in 2006. It was proposed in 2011. It was proposed again in 2016. I went on the record then, and I went on the record even as recently as today, that I'm not a fan of the draft. I'm not a fan of the draft domestically. So whether it's international or domestic, the draft limits opportunities for players. There's a reason why management wants a draft. And so whenever the other side has the ability to offer or propose that, I'm assuming they will do it again. But our position hasn't changed.
Tony, I wish you all the best. But what you got to say about those kids who play like you when we were just a little boy, try to beat in the major league?
Keep following your dreams. Keep working hard. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do something. If playing in the major leagues is your dream, you keep fighting every day to get there.
Thank you very much. I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.